Hey gorgeous, welcome to Eringy. I am Erin. This is beautiful Teddy, looking very relaxed, doesn't he? Very relaxed, and so he should be, because this is your energy forecast for the full moon of June 2023. A beautiful, beautiful time to just celebrate everything that you've accomplished so far, who you're becoming, and also just to release all those things that just no longer serve your highest good. So it's a really potent time. It's a sacred time. So get yourself incredibly comfortable. We don't have to rush through this. It's really all about your intention of what you're willing or wanting to receive from this collective reading today. Pen and paper can be very helpful, just so you can jot down your own insights, and just anything else, like light a candle, put some essential oils on to diffuse, maybe some relaxing music as well. Just anything goes with the full moon. Okay, so go do that, get yourself comfortable, and I'll meet you back here. Alrighty, gorgeous, let's get straight into it. Since the last new moon, I can see here in these cards that you have managed, and this is a bloody awesome thing that you've done, by the way, you have managed to find a way of balancing your life out so that you are starting to get more time for yourself. So there was quite a while, where you were feeling as though you're kind of pulled in a lot of different directions. And at the end of the day, you just didn't have enough energy within yourself to be able to just do anything for yourself. And that doesn't seem to, that really is no longer a big issue for you anymore, which is amazing. It's so good. It's amazing. So that's sort of where you're at. From the new moon, you are starting to recognize the areas of your life that you could tweak a little bit so that you are able to have some more time for yourself and do more things for yourself. That's actually quite an interesting thing, because the overarching energy of this whole month of June is rest and rejuvenate. So if you haven't watched the monthly energy forecast, I totally, go do that as well. But yeah, that's the theme of this month. The rest and rejuvenate was also talking about how you don't always have to have, in terms of building momentum, to get to where you want to be, you don't always have to be doing things all the time. And by taking a step back and being able to say, hey, just for today or just for this moment, I'm just going to just chill out. I'm just going to breathe, or I'm going to do something that I really want to do without there being any personal gain. Well, not necessarily personal gain, outside gain. There's personal gain because you're feeling really good about it, but there's no gain on the outside. And that's incredibly important. So that's what came from the monthly energy forecast. Now I'm seeing it show up here in your full moon as well. Because you're able to do that, because you're starting to honor that and realize that you don't always have to be busy to be able to move forward, that has really freed up a lot more time for you. And that is awesome. So you're going to find that last month, being that was all about moving forward really rapidly, this month is going to be slowing down, and that's great because you really, really needed that. So that's what you're creating since the new moon. Where you are now is this really, really good celebratory space. So you are feeling so damn good about where you're at right now. And I feel like other people are picking up on that too. So even if there's still a little bit of reservation about your path, as in even if you're kind of questioning it, going, I'm not sure if this is the right way or the direction I want to head, other people around you are also sensing that there's a shift in you too. And you're probably going to find that people will point that out as well and sort of say, hey, I can see that this really makes you smile when you talk about that. Or there's something different about you. I don't know what it is, but just something's going on here. That's a really good sign that you are on the right track. I feel that you are, but sometimes you just need validation from outside sources to really say, hey, you are on the right track. So I really want to encourage you, because this is the full moon, and the full moon is all about celebration. Celebrate where you're at. Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate who you are becoming. Okay? You are good. You are in such a good place. You are in the perfect place where you need to be. And that really deserves to be celebrated. So go do that. Not yet though, because we've still got a couple of other things to go through. Maybe after. All right. So as a result of that, what's coming into your awareness is more of the material things. Okay. So you will start to find that the physical environment around you will shift as well. And I'm thinking this is sort of more like the monetary gain, the financial sort of changes as well. Hang on a second. Let me just, sorry. Not just financial. Okay. Gaining other things. Okay. Radio. Sorry. We were talking about in the monthly reading. Okay. I do have to keep kind of referring it so that this is making sense. In the monthly reading, there was a part in it that they were talking about how you were starting to explore your passion. And you were doing it because you were just interested. You weren't doing it because there was a gain from it, which was really, really cool. But as you actually do that, there is a gain, and the gain is just a little different. Sometimes it's financial, but other times there's other things that you gain from it too, on a physical sense. So I don't know whether you are really like into sort of like herbal remedies or apothecary type processes, or permaculture, or just creating things, upcycling, that kind of thing. It's just feeling as though you are starting to gain things on a physical sense that can be monetary if you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be, and you're okay with that. So that's what's actually coming into your life as of today with the full moon, which is really cool. And it's not like it's instantaneous, by the way. So it's not like suddenly you wake up one morning and then you've just got all these material things just in your bedroom. However, the energy behind it, the energy behind that is on its way to you. Okay. So it's up to you to sort of be very accepting of that and opening up the door and sort of saying, yes, I'm ready to receive that. And I'm happy to receive that. Okay. So if you are receiving that's sort of coming into your awareness, and you're also very balanced as well. That was another thing that sort of is coming into mind. It's all about balance, isn't it? It's finding that balance. As a result of you doing that, what you are willing to let go of is the constant striving to keep birthing new things. Sometimes it's very it can be tempting to keep changing our mind when we're on a certain path and we haven't reached that point where we're like, okay, I'm complete, I'm done, and we're still sort of in the middle of it. It can be super, super enticing, I guess, to change our trajectory and decide to do something different. Spirit's saying that this full moon, the energy of this beautiful illumination is encouraging you to not do that and to sort of be okay with where you are without having to strive for something different. Honor where you are and continue on that path so you can evolve in that sense instead of starting something all over again and beginning all over again. Okay, so you're kind of over that now. You sort of already planted the seeds, you sort of started to nourish it, and it's a little bit of a waiting game as well. And granted, if you're not seeing anything flourishing from it, sometimes it can be disconcerting, or you think maybe something's not right, maybe this isn't the right thing for me. It really is the right thing for you. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So try to avoid that. It's the card fertility is why I'm coming up with all of this. That's where the inspiration is coming from, that particular card. And fertility normally means, birthing something new. It can mean like the physical birthing of a child, but it can also mean the birthing of your new passions or birthing a new idea or anything really. But they're basically saying that you don't need to keep doing that anymore. You've birthed enough. You know, you really have started to come up with some really amazing ideas, and now it's a matter of choosing one or a couple so it's not so overwhelming and just going for it. Okay, not putting too much on your plate, because otherwise it's just super overwhelming. Yeah. Okay, so how can you do that? How can you release that? The good thing about it is that you have this massive powerhouse of energy right here. This is your solar plexus chakra. This beautiful, beautiful energy portal has that ability to show up in such powerful, confident ways. And it's your true self. This is your identity. Okay, so it's the beautiful color yellow. Okay, it sort of sits around here, just below the heart chakra. And the solar plexus is just all the confidence, the courage, the bravery. It's everything. It's a full resource that you can tap into when you're feeling the doubt or the concern that your path mightn't be the right one right now. Okay, so if there is a moment where you're like, oh, I don't know, is this okay for me? Just place your hand in two spots, one on the solar plexus, one in the heart chakra. Okay, just do that now. Why not? Place your hands here. Feel into that energy. Imagine some yellow light just forming around the solar plexus area, just above your navel. Okay. Some beautiful yellow light, like a ray of sunshine, bringing that warmth, that insight, that beautiful inspiration, and all that power, you know, because you are a powerful, powerful soul. You might not feel it, you might not believe it, but trust me when I say you really, really are. Okay, so if you're feeling that doubt that you are not on the right path, that doubt isn't really going to make you feel powerful, is it? So that's when you can just place your hand on the solar plexus and the heart, just marry the two together and say, you know what, I've got this. I have got this. I know I might be feeling a bit doubtful at the moment. I know I might be feeling a little bit frightened, a little bit scared that what I'm doing isn't something that I'm used to doing, or I don't know if it's going to work. But at the same time, I have to be there for myself. And I have to champion myself, because if I don't, then what kind of energy am I putting out there? So I do know I have this. I've got this. I just wish that I could have that connection to that part of myself in a better way. Okay? So if you say those sorts of things, it's like that gives that solar plexus chakra permission to really kind of, you know, sort of energize itself more, and you can really start believing that you really do have this. So that's your resource. It's not really something that you can gain from the outside world. It's really about you learning from yourself, learning about who you are, and learning about what you can go through, what you're capable of going through too. Okay, so that's really cool. That was actually another card that came up in the monthly energy forecast as well. So that is clearly an energy that that I really encourage you to continue to work with throughout the rest of the month, and particularly through the full moon. So it's quite funny. I feel like I've kind of already covered it, but our last card is speaking about what other resources are available to you and what the overall message is. And it's about triumph, about overcoming these obstacles, about moving forward in leaps and bounds. It's about, accomplishing what you've been setting your mind to for such a long period of time. And you're just forging ahead. So even if, I'm feeling like I need to stress this, even if what you are seeing in front of you isn't what you're expecting to see, and you're really hoping for something more, particularly during the full moon, please don't get too discouraged by it. Okay, please understand that some things do take time, and some things aren't always going to show up in the way that we expect them to show up. And it'll be that, or it'll be something even better. And we have to have that trust that that's what will happen. Okay, because otherwise we have the opposite to that. We don't have any faith in where we're going, and we worry about where we're going, and we're stressing out, and we're just feeling all sorts of the ick and the yuck and just the ugh. So and we just don't want to do that. So this full moon is just really about you celebrating just how far you've come, which is what we do in general. But for this particular one, it's like really, really celebrating, really celebrating. And just being okay with where you're at, even if it's not exactly where you thought you would be just yet. Okay, because really good things are coming. All right, so brace yourself. Brace yourself for all the goodness. Alrighty, so happy full moon, gorgeous. I hope this has really enlightened you, brought some really great insights into what's going on with you. And leave a comment if you want to share your insights. Give me a like or subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Get your butt over there and click that subscribe button. and I will catch you incredibly soon, no doubt. Sending you so much love for this full moon's energy. Bye.